All right, my friends, followers, peeps, Tim Tymon from Kicking It with the Kerofskys. You see, I'm sitting in my rec room. See my stuff behind me. Got the shade slightly open. It's really bright outside today. It's a beautiful day out. But I have a little bit here. I'm gonna get some air later on today. It is Tuesday today. I got my so-called cyst removed from my arm, but it was more just that. She had to cut deeply into my arm, across my arm. There was all kinds of bad tissue underneath my arm that was causing me pain, pushing on nerves. And wow, that all went on yesterday. I'll talk about it in detail on this blog. This my video for today is going to be just a blog. Will probably be released this afternoon instead of tomorrow, because tomorrow I got physical therapy, which I have to limit as well, because I can't do any activities with this arm at this time. I can't lift to do anything with this arm at this time. So you see my arm. Oh, it hurts still. You see, she cut it across the arm, and all these bad tissue that was underneath there, hitting the nerve centers of my elbow, causing me a lot of pain. Um, yeah, and even though I was in pain, I still managed to do those videos for you guys. The ones sitting in my walker. Uh, But now that's finally removed. I gotta wait for this heals before I could do any type of martial arts videos again. Alright.
Timothy Kerofsky from my new Kicking It with the Kerofskys channel.
Alright, my friends, followers, peeps, this is me again. You can see that, you can see how bad my elbow is. It's gonna take a long while to heal. Um, so yesterday was a really long long intense day. I'm still groggy from yesterday. Uh, Even though the day's really nice, I'm just really groggy from yesterday still. Uh, um, oh boy. But up at before 0600, we left the house at 0630. Um, we were supposed to have the this tissue removed from my arm at 0900, but it did not happen at that time. Because I was up really early. I couldn't eat anything after a certain time. So by the time I did get to surgery, I was extremely hungry. Man alive. It was just, it got delayed for like forever. We went in there at the the medical unit ER area, the hospital in Las Cruces. All right. But Dr. Bianco was doing the surgery, and so we did a check-in. All the paperwork was already pretty much done because I pre-registered everything. So there wasn't much to do when we got in there, and we were just waiting to go to the prep room and get right on with the removal of this fatty tissue, this cyst tissue. But I did go back there to the prep room. There's one nurse who wasn't very kind. Took my initial blood pressure and all that stuff, and blood pressure wasn't too bad at that particular time. I had a little bit of the white coat syndrome. It was a little something over 81, but not too bad at that time. And then they retook it before the surgery, and it was something over 91, and that was a little higher than normal because usually I don't usually have a blood pressure of 91. But anyway, so all these did the initial things, and then there's another nurse came in to tell me where the bathroom was, and I'm like, well, I thought things were going to be delayed because it is a hospital, things get a little bit delayed, but wow. Then when my doctor actually came in, I didn't even recognize the surgeon because I was like half out of it because I fell asleep. And I was taking this nap in this prep room, and I was like, and who are you now? And then she said it was Dr. Bianco, and I was like, I put my glasses on, I was, oh yeah, there's you. I was like out of it, and she did those markings that you saw on my arm, those markings, the blue and all that stuff. It was like marked all the way around, but all the tissues that she was going to cut out. And I was thinking to myself, cool, now we're going to be getting close to the surgery, And she goes, no, I have one person before you. And she came in, and I think it was like a little after 9 in the room. They didn't roll me back for the surgery until after 2:30 in the afternoon. Until after 2:30 in the afternoon. And you gotta remember, I didn't eat anything since like 5 o'clock the night before, during dinner time. The only thing I had was my initial pills. I had none of my vitamins or anything. So I was getting really, weak. Okay, I was getting really weak. So I was so tempted to have my wife go get me something to eat. She went to go get herself a snack or something like donuts or whatnot. But wow, Um, so when I got in there, they covered my face up with the the blue kind of like not what a blanket, but it's like the stuff that they use in the medical to cover you up. It's like a paper and it's like blue and it's like they covered my face up. They covered my uh, was above my face. Not like over my on my face, but uh, they uh, they had this arm here, my left arm across like I was being strapped like Jesus, like a strapped in a thing. Uh, they had this arm across me, like this. I don't know if you can see my camera angle. Uh, this arm was across me and was like they had a strap on it, pulling this arm. I'm like, geez, it was like I was in being tied for torture or something. And then and then all the coverings, and there was an assistant the doctor, one of the initial nurses, uh, and then there was another nurse also in the room. Uh, and so I was just laying there in that position as they numbed the arm, and I breathed a little heavy when they were numbing. But then after that, I was just almost in a sleep state. I mean, because I was kind of weak, so I was kind of in a sleep state, and they were taking my blood pressure every once in a while, and they were like, "Did you take your blood pressure medicine?" And I'm like, "No, I don't do blood pressure medicine. I don't have high blood pressure." But they're working on me, so it must have been, I guess you would call it the white coat syndrome, because it spiked up at one point at 90 something, something over 98. It was like 133 over 98 was the highest it went, and then it went down. Uh, um, and then it went then it went down before I left, but I was like, man, my blood pressure's never been that high, especially when I'm in a halfway sleep state. Like, wow. I mean, I know the rest of that one nurse was saying it's probably just your body stress, but but yeah, now uh, it went up when I started feeling it again when because again that's going to go up when they feel the pain. And it went up a little bit again when the numbing started to wear off. Then they had to renumb my arm, and then they were gluing. You can see they were gluing my arm, pretty much the stitch. There's not really a stitch; it's like a glue thing. I guess that's what they do now. Uh, uh, and so they glued my arm together, and that was the oh my god. And then I had to wait for a while afterwards, and went almost back to sleep, and they checked my blood pressure before I left, and it was still a little bit higher than normal, but back down to a lower range, of course. And so and that was it. But it was like all the blood pressure they were taking over and over and over. Um, there was some 1-800-888 butthole uh, trying to call me. I don't know these. I got a lot of these jerks trying to sell me junk or take some type of damn survey or some crap, and I'm trying to hook on my video, and I'm already, like I said, I'm already a little bit out of it, and it's hard, it does hurt me when I jump up. That's the other thing I was going to talk about, my physical therapies and all these other things. Anyway, what was I saying? So after that, when we left and we're trying to find my wife, and she came down with the walker, and then the nurse told her to go get the car, and they rode me out to the car, and then we went over to Butterfield. It's a restaurant. They serve 24-hour breakfast over there in Las Cruces. So we went to the Butterfield restaurant, and we had a really, really good meal. I mean, I had breakfast and lunch. I had like a double meal. I had I had this Mexican style omelet with carnita in it, carnita pork meat. It was pulled really good. Um, uh, had just chili peppers and a little bit of diced red onion and spicy salsa and like 3 different types of cheeses. Oh my God, that was just it was a kind of a treat after that cyst removal, and then little details are a little off right now because I am still a little drowsy. And then I got a buffalo chicken quesadilla on top of that. That breakfast. That also came with pancakes and I got a piece of key lime pie at the end of it. And my wife just got this Turkey Club sandwich that looked pretty good. And then we drove home and we watched late shows when we finally or shows off on DVR when we finally did get home. I'm like, wow. So that was a really long day. Um, and we watched Days when we got home. We watched the Blacklist. We watched NCIS Los Angeles, and then we watched and then I watched Rachel Maddow and all that stuff, and then I went to sleep. Well, actually, I watched 2 episodes of Man in the High Castle, and that was that. Key lime pie and lemon meringue pies. I had to get my key lime yesterday. um, yeah, I was kind of thinking out loud. Um, now what's coming up? Videos I'm gonna have coming up on this channel. Scott wants me to do a belt making structure video. I do have a very, very long belt structure video that's about an hour and 20 minutes long, and that's pretty long. I want to do a short one for Scott, and so that's actually going to be my next video. And I'm just going to briefly talk about what you do for the legs, but not go into detail to show all the pictures and stuff I do in that long one. All right, and then so that way you have a general understanding of the belt making structures of Shirinju Tageru Karate. Uh, well, Actually, it's registered as Surgeon Tiger Kimpo. But and then um, I'm researching the history of the Red Crane, how it all ties to all the martial arts. Uh, and I'm going to talk about the Red Crane, how it links. I'm going to do a video of that history. Because it's been a while since I did a historical martial arts video. Um, that's my next two, and then of course we're leaving this summer to go for my dad's 80th birthday, and we were actually gonna be. We was actually supposed to be there on his birthday. Uh, so they got changed, and which is kind of upsetting for me because a couple of days after his birthday was the day that we're gonna go visit my son's grave again, which is June 24th, when my son Kenny was born, and we do like going there around that time back home so they can see his grave. And now we're not actually going to be there on the 24th; we're going to be there way before, and it's upsetting because they changed at the last minute of all the plans that everybody else had. Now it's actually going to be on Father's Day itself. But other people are going to be coming to that celebration, and they already had plans and stuff too, with their dads and other things that they had planned. So, but yeah, but we are going to be there for that, and I'm going to have like a video thing along the way to the house. Not of my dad's thing, because he doesn't like to be on video. But we're gonna get I'm gonna get video on the way there, like some of the stops they're gonna do in New Mexico. We're gonna go see that stairway at that chapel, and we're gonna go see a dinosaur museum in Colorado, and on the way home, and some other things that we're gonna do. And I'm also going to interview Timmy while I'm there for my Tiger Woo thing I'm going to be doing in a couple of years, well, less than a couple of years, my Full Moon Tiger Woo. I still have some interviews I'm going to be working on for that. But those are going to be three of my next upcoming videos. I am going to edit this and see you guys in the next video. It's going to be a little bit more cheerful and stuff, and pray for healing of my arm, that it heals quickly. With my physical therapies and stuff I have to be doing, I do physical therapy twice a week to help keep me moving. My physical therapy is on Wednesday and Friday. Working on my imbalances. I can't do anything strenuous. I can't lift or anything with this arm. Yeah. And that's what we got coming up, and that's blessings always, as I always say. Blessings always. Take care.